In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a data frame. A data frame is something you can use to collect data from several different subjects. But the way we're going to create this is we're going to just think about it as it being a list where every element in the list is actually a vector, and all those vectors are going to have the exact same length. Now, the way you can go about creating one is to start out by thinking of a name for a variable you want to attach to it. So I'm going to call this data frame we make cartoon. I'll use my assignment operator. And then the command to make a data frame is actually data.frame. Then you throw in some parentheses. And then you're going to throw in the vectors that you want to have in the data frame. So the first thing I'm going to throw in there is this vector I've already created called first name. And this is a vector of just characters or strings. It's just first names there. And then I'm going to throw in a logical vector that I call Jetson. And then I'll just follow it up with the other vectors I have here. There's one that's for hair color, hair, and then there's their shoe size. This is a numerical vector. And then finally I'll fill this out with their ages, another numerical vector. And then the last thing I want to throw in here is something that changes the default for this command, which is an argument that says strings as factors. We're not going to worry about what factors are right now, but we're just going to worry about the fact that we don't want our strings to get turned into them for the moment. So we're going to throw in this last argument that's strings as factors, and I'll just hit return on that. And what you'll see over here is I'll load up a data option, and you will see this data frame created called cartoon that has 5 characteristics in it. First name, Jetson, hair, shoe size, and ages. And now if I actually look at what this is over here, what you can see is it more or less looks like a matrix where the columns are named, using different variables. So this first column is called first name, and you'll notice that these are all the first names. This next one is called Jetson, and a bunch of these are true, and the last one's false. Reason being is the first 4 are actually in the Jetson family, and the last one, Fred, is not, so that would be set to be false there. And then I put in their hair colors. That's the next column. And the next column here is their shoe sizes, and then I have their ages, and you'll notice this last guy, Fred, his age is missing, and so it's filled in with an NA. But this is how I can go about making this thing called a data frame. And essentially what's happening is as you go from row to row, you're looking at different subjects, and column to column, it's looking at different characteristics of each of those subjects. So that's what a data frame is going to do for you.